Romulet ready.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks Thursday night. It's we don't have a lot of people here tonight. I guess it's summertime. People are busy. We don't even have Chris because he had some business come up at the last minute. So right now it's just three of us original Old Gray Bricks. Some of you guys in the chat have invitations via email, or you should. Let me know if you didn't get them.
I think they're just shunning us.
Maybe, but hello to other peoples in the chat. VW Bricks, you have an invitation. Axel Plate, Andrew Sada, Brickenizer, Rich, you have an invite. Gary Mullane from Ireland, hello.
Hello from Ireland.
Yeah, so here we are on a Thursday night. I have no idea what's going on because Small Paul and I just got back from dinner, and he's over there. He's excited. Yeah, well, we went to Carrabba's for the first time in a year, which he was excited about because
I would be excited about that.
Yeah, he likes the calamari and the fettuccine, so
The
Calamari for the youngins, so that's actually entertaining.
yeah, he takes after his old man and he'll eat any kind of ocean food, which
That's going to be expensive.
the acorn does not fall far. Hey, there's Brick Snaps, our fellow from Alabama is in the chat over there.
He talks funny.
Hey, VW.
Hello.
You guys can hear me, right?
And Matt Robbins is in the chat. Yeah, I know. Where is everyone? We don't know. We don't even know where Chris is.
We're going to go straight to Old Gray Bricks set of the week, I think.
I'm going to say, I think this is going to be more of a summer thing because in my hockey league, we usually have, we have like 15 skaters on a roster for a hockey league. And when we get to summer games, there are times where in the summer on a Friday night, we will only get 7-8 people who show up for games they paid for ahead of time. So, it's summer and we've all been, locked down for a year. I think we're going to have nights like this where, people are just doing stuff, even on a Thursday. So it could be the new norm for summer.
It could be.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Over there. Space logo.
Oh, there it is. Blow up of the space. Space.
So VW, tell us about your Canadian chat.
My Canadian chat.
Yeah.
Well, you're mostly Canadian chat.
Mostly Canadian chat.
No, it's
Yeah.
pure Canadian right now.
You've got a Canadian show going on, yeah?
I do, yeah. We do a chat every Wednesday night. And
What time?
Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Usually runs an hour and a half or so.
On YouTube?
On the YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, where I'm working on a Facebook group to start that off, or to start using a Facebook group is what I'm trying to say. I'm also have a contest that I will talk about in a little bit, if that's okay, because
contests.
we're doing a contest for Canada Day.
Yeah.
We're really busy on the show, as you can see.
I'm
Well,
asking.
yeah. I haven't got the image up, and I just turned off my. I have to get the image up.
Okay, well, we will help you promote your show when you are prepared.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Oh, and I got my shot today. So if I
All
pass
right.
out suddenly, or if I just collapse, don't worry about it.
It's all
Yay
good.
for the vaccine. I'm happy for you guys. I know.
Thanks, Maddie.
So Maddie's in the chat. You have an invitation. What are you doing in the chat?
Everybody's afraid of us. I think.
I
don't know.
usually don't come in right away because I know you guys have your group, and I don't want to. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to get it.
Jeff, you
that-
don't need to worry about that because we have a secret handshake for stuff like that. So you're good to go. So
sort
you
of
just
a-
jump right on in.
Well, I know you have, but I mean, if like Maddie or someone else is trying to get in there, it's way more important than I am.
Jeff, if
By
you
all
get
means,
the
I want
email, it's time for you to join because the Fab Four get tipped off ahead of time.
Yeah. After
So
that,
it's
it's all
like
golden.
6:30. I'll jump in, and no one will be there. No.
That's not true.
Depends on the day. Depends on the week.
So
Oh, what's going on? Well, we can see what's going on at Dana's house.
The Daily Bugle.
There it is. There it is. The
Yeah,
Daily
well-
Bugle. So is there anything profound you'd like to talk about?
There's a couple of things that are profound, and actually, if it wasn't for the fact that probably like 1,100 people have probably already done a review on this, I would jump online and make a video, but that would require me to spend time with it, and I don't know about that. first and foremost, I think as everybody knows, all the minifigures in this thing are just fantastic. I mean, granted, we do have some city folks that, maybe not as exciting, but some good pieces. There's actually, I'm going to be winding up bricklinking one of the heads because it's actually got a goatee and glasses and it's flesh tone. I think that's the first time I've seen that happen. So I might have a new sig fig head for my flesh tone.
No, very nice.
The Doc Ock arms using the superhero stand pieces in light bluish gray. Fantastic use on that. Of course, got to have my Felicia Harding for the Black Cat Black Cat. And
Gil's
then,
not here to disparage her right now, so you can.
Yeah. And then I like that they gave Mysterio this opaque blue dome instead of the clear dome.
That's awesome, though.
Or transparent. It's very more, in tune with the cartoons and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Was the last one in clear?
It was like a translucent blue. Or this is like a.
There's our fearless leader who says he'll be here soon.
Yeah, he always says that, and maybe he'll. Yeah, who knows? The details on the inside, and I wasn't really planning on talking about too much, but the details on the inside are fantastic. The copy machine is great. I was going through the bags, and when you're building like the bullpen where they've got all the desks for the writers, there's a section where there's a 2x2 pink plate, and I was like, that's got to be for donuts. And sure enough, as I'm flipping through the instructions, bam, bam, bam. You put the 4 donuts on there because it looks like a box of donuts. It's fantastic. What's up, Maddie?
I do have to say that as far as the Doc Ock thing goes, I understand why they did it. It gets that part out there in greater numbers. It has some flexibility as far as positioning goes, but I don't think it's a better play feature. I enjoy the quick things better.
Yep, I absolutely agree because even though I could clip them on here, these are still pretty flimsy, fragile. They, you got to move them a little bit. You don't have that hinge click feel to it with some other stuff.
The clutch power is not enough. Yeah, that's a nice use
it's not.
of the arches for a desk.
Look at the curved desk that they kind of.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
a nice way to do the curved desk with the arches. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be digging into my own sometime soon.
So one of the things, Matthew, you were showing there that showed the elevator door. Well, I don't know if you noticed when you were building it, but the first 2 floors, the elevators line up. You can back up. The first 2 floors, the elevators line up, but when you do the top 2 floors, they're forward about 4 plates or 4 studs. So, the elevator does one of these. It goes up, and then it kicks over and goes a little more. So
it's a Wonkavator.
Yeah, it's a Wonkavator. It's definitely a Wonkavator. So a little funky there. I mean,
can I interrupt 1 second? I got to interrupt because I need to make fun of Chris. When he says something like Arby's is cooking my potato cakes, it's hard to know if he's actually talking about Arby's or if that's a Southernism. He's like, that really cooks my potato cakes,
I got my potato cakes cooked today.
Or is it talk like a hard day and he's like, Arby's!
My potato cakes.
Oh, so Small Paul is here to talk about
cooking for a while now.
Here's the dragon of the week. Okay, tell us what you like about this dragon, Small Paul.
What I like is my dad upgraded it.
Oh, yeah, Dad upgraded it. I added a couple parts to the wings, so yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Well, you what else is cool about it?
I added this little thing,
Oh, okay.
crystal, which looks like a crown.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what can it do? Like, what does the crystal do for the dragon?
It charges the dragon.
Oh.
It has more abilities and powers. I like that it has like.
I like that.
It looks like a plug. Does it go into the wall, the tail?
No.
Oh.
If this dragon is fighting another dragon, what unique advantages does this dragon have over other dragons?
Yeah, like, why is it the best one?
Oh, he's metal, so.
He's metal? Oh, he's a cyber dragon, yeah.
Oh, scratch. Cannot break it.
Oh.
Ooh.
So he's really tough.
Yeah.
He's got jets on his wings. Does that mean he's fast? Is he super fast?
He's really fast in the air, but
Mhm.
on the
Very
ground,
maneuverable, I'm sure.
he's a slow dragon on the ground, but he's a fast dragon in the air.
Definitely, probably because of
I
that
mean,
crystal.
that's physics. That's that's
Yeah.
actual dragon
Physics.
science.
It's like a crocodile.
Science.
Whenever he lands, he folds his wings back like this.
Here, back it up a little bit. There you go. Oh, he folds his wings down. Okay, yeah. For storage.
Easy storage.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Small Paul.
You're welcome.
That was the dragon of the week.
Dragon.
Dragon of the Week was only on Mondays, but I'm
Well-
cool with it twice a week.
It's being that he's here for this month.
Every
Freelance.
day.
Mark's doing what he can, and I appreciate that.
And- Of course, they're releasing more dragons. What is it? August 1st? Is that when the new ones come out?
I believe so.
Yeah, August
There's
1st.
going to be more dragons.
You're going to need to reevaluate your dragon budget.
Can you really
So,
have too many dragons?
So, small warning: in a couple weeks, my other grandchildren are coming to stay with me for several weeks, and some of them may be wandering through the background.
So
All right,
just
so
like kids walking around.
Have them say something about Lego.
Oh, they will be. They'll be talking all about the Lego. Like,
So
why
there's no
haven't you built
candy?
that yet? Why haven't you built that yet? Why haven't you built that yet? Can I build that? Hey, Papa, can I build that? Can I build that one? How about that one? Can I build that one? That's what they'll be saying.
I have a non-Lego question for you.
Me?
I follow. Yes, you.
Yes, you.
What is with all the pictures of doors on your Instagram this week?
Because my new doors, my previous non-functioning doors have been ripped out of their sockets and thrown away, and my new beautiful doors that now look like they match each other, including the two that we left in place in situ, all match each other, including the garage door, and now they match my bench outside too.
Because I was like, is this Rich's new photography thing to just take pictures of doors? Because I wasn't
No.
sure what was going on there. But
No, those are my new doors, including the new color to the door of my business.
I like the red one in particular.
Yes, that's the current state of the doors. That's how they're going to stay. It's a nice burgundy red. It's beautiful. It all looks fantastic. I'm going to get some new black hardware to put on my front door because the current one there is making me mad. So you should not see any more pictures of doors after the final, which will be tomorrow. After I take a picture of all the new ones.
So speaking of home improvement, hopefully the next show, this wall will be filled with shelves and Star Wars things. Like I've actually started.
No. You need maps, Matt.
The shelves are there, and the IKEA
20
supports.
Lego maps to
Maps,
cover
yeah.
the entire surface of that wall.
The bow axle supports are in the corner, and it's just a matter of me biting the bullet and drilling holes in the wall, which I'm very nervous about. But has to be
Don't be
done.
nervous. Just go for it. You know
Yeah, I was
what? If
gonna
you
say,
make
you
a
can always patch
mistake,
them up if you do them wrong.
spackle works great. If you make a mistake, just it'll be all right.
He's right.
Spackle it.
Spackle's your friend.
Yeah, spackle is your best friend.
see, I don't want to spackle too much. That's why I'm afraid of drilling the holes.
Yeah. You got a stud finder?
Yes.
Oh, it's your husband. Yes, of course.
Wait. Like whenever I hear spackle, it just makes me giggle.
There you go.
Your stud finder and your spackle. Go get yourself some stud finders and spackles.
Yeah, there
Right
you
here,
go.
baby. It's going off.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Here we
You
go.
got
The
a-
dad
You
joke.
got a stud finder, you're good to go.
oh my god.
All right, we got the dad joke out of the way. Thank you.
You're
Oh, that's just
welcome.
dad joke one.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
welcome. Anytime.
So, Maddie, what's going on with you?
Well, I decided it was finally time to get a new phone case because the Lego one was just absolutely disgusting. No matter how many times I cleaned it and whatever, like it also started to yellow on the edges. And so I was like, it's
Ooh.
time to let it go. And also, dots, they are not very strong. Every single one of the round ones is cracked. Like at a pressure point. Especially the coral ones, they're like almost cracked all the way through. And the ice cream guy cracked. So bummed. But got a new phone case.
Is it a Lego phone case?
No, it's just plain and clear.
Okay.
Looks
Good.
fine.
That looks very practical and sturdy.
Yeah, it is very practical and sturdy, but the Lego stand that I made for my phone, now my new phone doesn't sit on it properly, so you got to make some modifications, I guess.
You'll have to re-engineer that sucker. Yeah.
But
Maybe we could get Brahm on that.
yeah, maybe Brown can do
Dr.
that.
Brown for help.
Make you blueprints and instructions that are 5 pages long. Yeah.
I could definitely use that. I decided I was going to take this huge undertaking, and then I decided that naps were better. I was going to redo all my Acromill drawers on my weekend, which is Wednesday and Thursday, and then let's just say that didn't happen. So we're just
Naps are always
hanging
better.
So you do fit in with us old gray bricks just fine then.
out. Yeah, I was like, I got really motivated. I pulled out all the drawers, got like the bags ready, got like an organization thing down, and then I was like, you know what? A 6-hour nap sounds way better.
Whoa. 6 hours? That's not a
Yeah,
nap.
I broke it up into 2 bits. So
Okay, so it was 2 naps.
yeah, it was 1 nap in the morning and then 1 nap after lunch. So immediately after I ate lunch, I went back in my
Have
bed.
you thought about getting checked for mono?
I already had mono. So
That's some
it probably
dedication.
resurfaced.
You're definitely
That's
an
some
old
nap
man.
dedication.
That's a good idea, Bram. But I have a pretty big table. So I have 1 table here and then the second table with all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but Brahm, she needs you to design her a new phone
My
stand.
new phone stand, because this phone stand, it used to hold the Lego phone stand very well. Let me pull out the Lego phone case. The Lego phone case has this like little nub that acts as what do you call those things? Those like round things that you hold on, like, you know what I'm talking about?
The ring
Oh,
thing?
Yeah, like the ring thing.
You're
But
the
this has
youngest
like
one
a,
here. If you don't know what it is, come on.
it's a grip, so I can hold on to like that, and that fit perfectly on the phone stand. So this was like the perfect angle to do live streams and stuff. But then when I have the new phone case, there's not that big hunky thing, so there's that extra space. And it
Oh,
also
you're
makes it
talking
fold
about
over.
like a 2 or 3 piece modification there.
Yeah, just add something to the back.
Yes.
I'm
Some
busy.
bricks.
I'm gonna need a nap in a second. So like,
Stacks and bricks.
Definitely an old gray brick. Definitely.
Or you could just make something out of Technic.
Technic.
no, that's what my brother said too. He was like, make a Technic stand.
Because that's totally adjustable in any way, shape, or form, and you can go like any direction.
It's a chair, and you can fit your phone cord underneath it.
It's a
That's the thing, I
cradle.
can charge it too. That was my
I
point.
use Lego magnets. Lego magnets.
You
Can
erase all
you
your
stick it on
data
your
as
phone?
This
Yep.
this is that's simple as it gets right there. Look at that.
Yep.
Wow, I love that everyone's cracking out their Lego phone stands. That is pretty awesome.
Goes right on there.
Well, whoa, you are bold. You have no case on your phone. I could not operate that way.
I go commando.
Too much
No
information.
comment.
Well played.
On the
Well
edge.
played, Mark.
Here's my phone case. It's made to look like it's made out of wood. It's got this like wood finish. It's by this
Wood with
company.
a bear. That's not.
It's the Mountain Bear.
That's
Hey.
not, there's no double entendre there.
No, not at all. Dana, they got one you need. It's a Jeep going up a steep incline. You need that for your phone.
Oh, I do need that. I like that.
I don't know why I didn't think about saying that to you before. It's very stylish.
Very stylish.
So I think we need to change Maddie's image for when she like mutes her video feed to like sleeping Maddie. So if we could do a head swap mark on the
Oh yeah. I don't know if I have any sleepy minifig faces though.
oh, that's too bad.
I'll have to look around. Let me see.
I think I do. I'll hook you up with one if you don't.
Yeah, I
Don't
don't
you have a
know.
little sleepy boy? Custom anything?
I don't think I have any sleeping minifigures. I don't.
No, that's too bad.
Oh, I need to find those. There's a TikTok person who sent me a collection of vintage, I guess it's not vintage to you guys, but old Lego.
Nice.
And
Like from 2012.
stuff from 1990 to 1999, you know,
Oh.
pre-millennial.
Vintage.
Well, that's pre-Star Wars, so you know.
Yeah, pre-Star Wars, and
Okay.
there's this head, but I don't know where it is. I will look for it, but it's a
Maddie?
head that I've never seen before, and I was like, huh.
Maddie,
Um,
did I just notice that you are wearing a Rogue Dead Guy AL t-shirt?
Oh, I am. Do you know how I got this?
I want to know because it's an awesome shirt.
Okay.
Please tell us that you had to kill somebody to get
Oh
it.
no, this is really bad, and I can't believe I like it was a bad
Please tell us.
night.
That poster.
Okay.
Another Maddie confessional.
Okay, so I got the shirt in China, and Rogue Dead Ale decided that they were going to start selling beer to select vendors in China. And one of my Chinese friends owns a bar, maybe a bar that I frequented a little too much back in Shanghai. And she was like, we have the Dead Guy Pale Ale, and if you buy and drink a certain number of them, you can get a free t-shirt. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. Not realizing
Sounds like
that
a talent.
IBV,
Yeah.
not realizing that the IBV is very high. I think it's like almost 11%.
Well, no. The I think the ABV on a regular Dead Guy is 6.5.
Whatever.
But a double dead guy is, I think, 12.
Whatever. I was like, you know, it was bad. So like she only had it on draft, and she was like, okay, you have to buy 6 pints and then
What?
you can get the shirt. And I was like, okay, like I can do this. And so I bought one for my friend, got one for myself, and then we just kept slamming them. And let's just say by the end of it, I got myself a t-shirt and her a t-shirt. and then she brings out the check and she's like, this is how much it costs. And it was super expensive because it's an imported beer. And I was like, what the heck, bartender friend? Like,
Yeah, where's the hookup?
I thought you would have like let me know that this was too expensive. Like this is this price before I slammed like 12 of these guys. Like
Yeah, but you got 2 T-shirts. I mean,
I got
come
a free t-shirt and I got a cup, but the pint glasses and whoever has it, whoever got my apartment last June is probably enjoying all the free stuff that was left behind. So, but the t-shirt is cool and it has
I'm impressed you were able to walk after having that many of those.
Oh.
Because, yeah.
No, it was just really bad. I don't remember how I got home. But there's the back has
There you go.
the branding on it. And yeah, that was just a really goofy time. Yeah.
I've been to that brewery, by the way.
Have you really?
Okay.
Nice.
It's in Seaside, Oregon. So many moons ago, on a trip down the coast, that was when I lived in Seattle.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I drove down to Oregon and happened to go there just by chance on a day when they were doing their I think they called it their garage sale. It was like their annual sort of clearance whatever kind of sale,
Wow.
and got a couple of cases of their beer for just stupid cheap prices.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember. One of them I think was the chocolate stout. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, I think, just their blonde ale, which is their lightest beer. But brought those home and had them and for quite a while, actually. You know, anytime a friend would come over, hey, you want a Rogue? I got a bunch.
I got a few.
So, but it was a really very cool brewery, and they had a little. They had their own little tasting bar inside with really good food in the pub that they had up in there. It was really great.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're definitely on my list of if I ever get to go up to the upper West Coast, that I would love to go there. I'd also like to try and hit Stone, which is on the south side of the West Coast, if I ever make it back out that way.
Well, if you do, I can recommend a hotel that's right near there.
Cool.
Old Gray Bricks recommends places to stay.
For their 6-hour naps.
Well, usually I'm telling Matthew about where to stay in the Northwest because he's always like, I want to go to the Northwest. Well, you should go to the Northwest because I know people.
Yeah, one would assume you know people since you lived there for how long do you live up that way?
I lived in the Seattle area I went to college starting in 92 and moved to Atlanta in 2005. So 13 years.
Oh crap.
Good amount of time.
You've been here in Atlanta longer than I thought, then.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know exactly when you arrived, but my impression was it was more recent than 2005.
Nope. Been around for a while.
Hey, can I ask a silly question?
No,
And I don't know if anybody's going to know the answer to this, but do you guys know how people post pictures on YouTube? Because sometimes when you're going through your stream, you get pictures of people's stuff, and it's on YouTube. Like on my phone, I get that all the time, and I was just looking, and I can't figure out how to do it.
I would say ask Boone.
Yeah, okay. Will do. I just thought I'd ask you guys. I just posted the info for the contest, so that's why I was 5 years ago. 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
I think Brahm is right. That was only like 4 years ago, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I get really sick and tired of when people are saying, "Oh, it's been 35 years since this movie came out." Shut up! I don't need to know.
Well, I mean, you guys heard Maddie when I said I went to college in 92, and she was like,
Oh, you should just be a teacher. Like, I used to get up and say, well, there was a movie a few years ago, and then I was like, well, okay, 10 years ago. And now it's like, well, there was a movie 20 years ago, Aaron Brockovich.
It goes
And-
right past their heads.
And they're all like, oh, that ancient stuff, that's probably on like, videotape days. And I'm like, no, we had DVDs then.
That's like saying
well, there's the
or something, you know.
there's one of the universities that every year they post a list of things that their freshman class aren't old enough to have experienced or something like that.
Yep.
Oh, that's pain. That sounds painful before we even go
always
there.
Oh yeah. Oh! There he is.
There he is.
Hello,
He made it.
did. With my Arby's potato cakes. Thank you very much.
What
Oh,
is a
yeah.
potato cake?
That's a second endorsement of the night, I think. So far,
So now we can say, hey Chris, how's your tater cakes?
so far we have a restaurant. We have a restaurant endorsement, a beer endorsement, and a lodging endorsement on tonight's show.
And if we go to Old Gray Bricks side of the week, there may be another endorsement.
Ooh. Teaser.
Teaser.
Oh, Canada.
And now a contest endorsement.
So this is Jeff's Canadian Brick Builders.
Yeah. I don't know why it's blinking.
Okay, well it's exciting. It's flashing because
It's flashing. It's like alert. Oh, you know why? Hold on. It's a slideshow.
I was gonna say don't put the blink tag on it.
No, it's a slideshow. So it was sliding through one picture.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're having a contest, which I spoke about a few minutes ago. But build something Canadian. It's open for anybody anywhere around the world. So you people in Ireland, because I know you're online, and you people in the States, because I know you guys are all. Well, that's like everybody here except for me. Build something that means Canada to you, or that you think of when you think of Canada. build it at a Lego, or digital at a Lego. Original creations, please. Just so you know, you don't take something that a Canadian's built and build it your own. We're giving away a little prize. What was that?
I said no Canadian plagiarism.
Exactly. Well, we've got a little prize pack of four little polybag sets, and there might be some more prizes as time goes on. We'll see how it goes. And we're going to contest ends June 29th, which is the day before our Wednesday night stream, which is on June 30th. So we'll announce the winners on that stream. And unfortunately, Old Gray Bricks happens on Canada Day, so
Oh, good day.
able to do it then.
Canada.
We know how to celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, Jeff, tell people how to find your show.
All right. You can find us on YouTube at if you just search for VW Bricks on YouTube. You can search for it. Last I checked, actually, right now I have 69 subscribers. Don't go there. So make that 70, so I don't have to embarrass myself anymore. Anyway, so yeah, VW Bricks is the is my YouTube channel where we are posting our videos. And content entries can be dropped in our Facebook group, Canadian Brick Builders in Facebook, or email to CanadianBrickBuilders@gmail.com.
Oh,
With a
man.
frying
I know,
pan-
so many
Wow,
things.
that 69
with a
number.
frying pan. With a
Okay,
frying pan.
I totally want to build the Great White North Step with Bob and Doug in it. I totally
it.
want to do that. So
Do it. That'd be
on
awesome.
the pig.
I want to build a Mountie.
I want a piece of bacon.
There you go. See, bacon Mounties. That's good. People have things that they think are Canadian.
I would want to build poutine out of Lego.
Well, I'm just gonna get that little Lego piece that's like the scientific vial and label it maple syrup and post that as my build.
Wait, what
That'd be
was
cool.
that one piece from the satellite dish that was supposedly like the Canadians
The
did?
Canadarm.
The arm.
Yeah. Someone should post that. That would be really funny.
Oh, and I never got the Canada guy from Toy Story 4. I never got that character. I wish I
Oh, I got him somewhere. But I bought that set for the Canadian for Duke, I think his name was, and his shield, the Canadian flag shield.
I think I'm just going to build something with the Deadpool minifigure.
Yeah,
Getting-
he's Canadian.
getting
There you
upset.
go.
Isn't Wolverine Canadian too?
Yeah, this is a good point.
Yeah.
So think of any actor that you can think of. They're probably Canadian because,
Any good actor, anyway.
well, yeah, there you
Technically,
go.
Jackman's Australian, but that's beside the point.
Well, this is true too. We're just taking credit for him because Wolverine was Canadian. There you go.
Wolverine was Canadian.
Except for that one
Yes,
cartoon
yes.
on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends when they made him like Australian, and you're like, what? And so
That was weird. And again, way to prompt me to remind everyone that the Daily Bugle did not include Iceman.
Someone just posted in the chat that Keanu Reeves is not Canadian, but he played the Toy Story Canadian. Keanu Reeves is actually Canadian. He lives.
is?
He was born
What?
like 4 hours away from me. He's Canadian.
See?
I know because I looked him up while watching Point Break this week.
There
The
you
more
go.
you know.
And Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, aka Nathan Fillion, he's Canadian.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
James T. Kirk himself is Canadian.
T. Kirk. Donald Sutherland, Canadian. The president from his son, Keith Sutherland, he's Canadian. He was actually born in, I think he was actually born in England, but he is a Canadian citizen.
What is this evilry?
He's not Canadian.
I like his black girl butt.
What about an Alpha Flight Canadian setup? That would be fun.
That was one of my favorite comics when I was growing up.
I bought the whole series.
Let's hope you have more than ones of people who enter your contest that entered our last contest.
Wait, did that contest end yet?
Like 2
It
weeks
ended a
ago.
couple weeks ago.
Oh, because we never actually did anything in chat.
It was
for
a runaway victor, though.
It had almost the number of participants as the movie had people going to see it in
Oh.
theaters.
Cool. So you paid for participants, is what you're saying?
Sad but true.
Because that's what the
I
movie
saw
was
the
about.
movie in the theater.
But Meredith did do a fantastic job.
Yes. I'll make sure she gets her winnings. Did I see the text? She lost power. Did there have thunderstorms over there?
Yeah, that's what happened.
I live pretty close to her, and we haven't had much here, but she's a little bit further south.
Dude, you live about she lives halfway between us. We don't live near her.
She lives further south than I do.
Well,
I can get to her house in like 16 minutes.
Right, and I can get to her house in about 20 minutes. So yeah, she's about halfway between us.
Slightly closer to me, though.
Slight. But you got that Gwinnett traffic over there, so depending on the time of day.
I don't drive during those hours.
Well, see, now you're bringing in drive time to this.
Yeah.
It's all variable. Hey, since Chris is here, do we want to do the Old Gray Brick side of the week so we can at least have some semblance of Old Gray Brick live Thursday?
Yeah, that's all right, Chris. Keep eating. I'll drive.
That's mine. I ate potato cakes. I'm good.
You ate your potato cakes. All right, let me
Fries with potato cakes.
I'm having an Arby's Euro, which actually are kind of tasty. So
Arby's. I don't even
I've
want to know what that
never
is.
been to Arby's, so I don't know what that's like.
Arby's curly fries are the best fries.
Arby's curly fries are the best.
potato cakes are better.
Sponsored by Arby's.
Do you guys have chicken cordon bleu
I
as an
think
Arby's sandwich?
we
Chicken
do.
ham?
We do, or did, or still do.
Good.
Some
That's my
occasion.
favorite.
Could be, maybe. I don't know. Possible.
All right,
Anyway.
so sponsored by Arby's. It's the Old Gray Brick set of the week. Take it away, Dana.
Old Gray Brick set of the week.
I got a mouthful. I can't do anything.
Is 10174 Imperial ATST, aka the UCS ATST. And Matthew, no, I did not warn you ahead of time to bring down your green monstrosity, but if you want to take the time, you can run upstairs and grab it and bring it back down. Anyway, moving right along.
I would probably drop it on the trip.
You probably would, and it is a little fragile. Theme is
I'm not sure I
Star
want to know
Wars.
what his green monstrosity is. But
Oh, now he needs to go upstairs and get it.
I have pictures.
You can share a picture when I'm done then. Theme is Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series, came out in 2006.
That was what,
it is
3 years
not- It is not old gray brick. It is actually light bluish gray and dark bluish gray. So it's kind of a weird thing. It was right at that cusp of color changes, I believe. 1,068 pieces. Sadly, 0 minifigures. I'm glad that Lego finally fixed that later on when they started releasing minifigures with their UCS sets. In 2006, this set retail price of $79.99 USD. Today, if you want to try and get this bad boy loose, it's going to run you around $300. So that's a pretty good jump in price. If you find one in box, it's going to cost you a little more. So it's actually kind of surprising that the box price isn't that much more than finding it loose. So that's kind of interesting. Why is it cool? Iconic vehicle. I mean, as far as iconic vehicle go, I mean, outside of Return of the Jedi, that was like the coolest looking thing that they did in there. Even though we saw them in Empire, they were little tiny things. You didn't really see them well, and you got to really get the iconic feel out of Return of the Jedi. Good display size. I mean, this thing, it's about, I want to say it's got to be about a good 1.5 feet tall. So, I mean, as far as a display piece, it's a pretty good size. As opposed to some of the smaller ones that are the minifigure size, that are a little smaller. This is a good size to have in your display cabinet, whatever you're going to do. Great detail. I looked at a bunch of the reviews on Brick Set, and a lot of people did comment how they were really surprised. And one of the things that they liked about it, the amount of detail that went into this, as far as being an early UCS set and not a lot of pieces to, the fine greebly type looking pieces. They did a really good job as far as trying to give you the right look and feel of this at this scale. So it was good. And lastly, it's Star Wars. Come on. Of course it's going to be cool because it's Star Wars. So there you go. That's this week's Old Gray Brick set of the week, 10174 Imperial ATST. And I feel the need, and we can go back to regular screen instead of this screen, that I recently got an order from brickstickershop.com bum, bum, bum. And actually, I already took the stickers off, but here they are. It has the missing sticker sheet because I actually ordered the stickers for this because when I 2 summers ago, I got I bought a bulk buy that had this bad boy in it, but of course it was missing the stickers to the plaque and also the sticker, which is this little one right up here. So this sits on a little 2x2 tile. And I thought, well, I've got the instructions, got all the parts, everything's in there. I went looking on Bricklink to see what the sticker sheet would be defined. Yeah, the sticker sheet for this bad boy, which has 2 stickers. I mean, the sticker sheet looks like this with the 2 stickers, will run you about $60 US just for that sticker sheet. I said, I don't ever plan on selling this, so I'm not going to spend $60 on a sticker sheet. So I went to brickstickers.com to get those great torso pieces that Jeff had been getting and that Dave had gotten for the Futuron looking, or the jackets, not the Futuron, but the jackets. And for $2.50, boom, sticker replacement. So
that was $2.
While we are not paid to endorse brickstickershop.com, I got to say that having put on stickers on many a Star Wars set, this is a good quality replacement for their stickers. I was really surprised.
Wait. You're saying that was $2.50 for that sticker?
For that sticker sheet, which is the 2 pieces, the little 2x2 tile and this guy, $2.50.
That's under $3 in your hand.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and a good quality sticker too. Good quality. Granted, you got to pay. I mean, even the shipping wasn't bad. I mean, I think they put it in an envelope. There was probably I ordered like 6 different stickers for various things. What you got your blue milk there, Chris?
Romulan ale. What are you talking about?
Romulan ale, nice. Yeah, see, yeah. We could pass that through the.
Hold on, this way. Okay, yeah, go try it again.
Ding.
Oh,
Beauty effect.
we also got some classic space torso logos.
They do.
And let's see what else we got. Yeah.
Oh, we'll do this. We'll continue on this. My Brick Sticker Shop promo here. Maybe listen. This was the other golden that I purchased.
Oh, yeah, the flags.
Oh, because again, trying to find these stickers, I think it was like the lowest quantity to get these stickers. If you were to try and find originals, was like $50 for poor condition stickers, and then it goes up to like $100 or more to try and get these for originals. So again, $2. I'll take this because it's not like I'm going to sell the set. I mean, I just want the replacement for the stickers. So definitely good. And then had to get some just standard transparent classic space stickers because who can't, this is going to go on tons of stuff. I mean, it's just, we're going classic space for the new builds because why? It's what we do.
All right, Dana, I'm going to make you mad. You ready?
Go ahead, make me mad.
I do not like minifigures with UCS sets because they're out of scale and I don't like them at all.
That doesn't make me mad. It doesn't make me mad.
Argue. You got to argue with me. Come on. I don't like it.
So
it drives me nuts.
I am normally the devil's advocate in any conversation that we have going on just to try and, stir up the pot. But I will say that there are pluses and minuses to the minifigures that come in a UCS set. You are correct. They are not to scale, which is horrible. I mean, the first time that I think they even put minifigures with a UCS set was the Executor. You got this line of minifigures, and it's like they don't fit in the ship. They don't. What's the point of having them? But if they reduce a unique minifigure for that set, that kind of gives you, the minifigure collector a reason to get the UCS set to have that cool minifigure,
like Dengar.
Yeah, I mean, all right, sure. It's the consumer. What is it? The capitalist in me that says, yeah, throw some minifigures in there that it's impossible to get unless you get the UCS set.
Consider it your reward. You spend
I
$300,
think it is-
you get a rare minifig too.
Yeah.
So what I mean, okay, here, this is why I don't like it. If the set is not worth buying without getting some exclusive minifig, then don't make it. I mean, if you want an awesome, like, okay, the Rebel Blockade Runner, you guys got it for me. It was a super awesome build, but they decided to throw the interior in it, and it makes it all mushy and stuff like that. Yes, I'm being old man ranting. I deserve it. I've worked hard this week. All right, so
He's in a hard week. We're going to let you fly with this.
I have. I am also currently unsupervised because Mel and Jake is working for Mel today. I took my son to work today. That's a weird day. But anyway,
That's a weird day.
So I mean, and I love the Blockade Runner, but the figs are just running around. There's not a stand for them. They're just, I mean, I can't display them. I'm like, so I mean, I could sell them and make like a bunch of money and buy y'all Christmas presents. I don't know, but don't put it in there. Make it a better model, scale back 10, 20, 30, $40 and add some stuff to it, some structure. It just drives me nuts that I would rather have a nice model like that without $30 in minifigs to decrease the detail or all that kind of stuff. So that's what bothers me. And if the fig is driving the set, then just make it in a regular minifig scale vehicle and stick him in there.
Well, but so Chris, here's the thing though, is that and I hate to burst this bubble on you, but that particular Tantive 4 was not classified as a UCS set. It was considered a play set, which is why it had minifigures and it had several. But if you look at my screen right here, how do I do this? My depth perception is whacked out.
You seem to be doing some sort of test for the ATST there. Maybe bend over and cough. I'm not sure, but go ahead.
But I built a little stand for my Tantive 4 minifigures.
Yeah, right there.
So,
I also found out that you could sell those minifigures and basically pay for the set.
Well, yeah, because the Bail Organa in there, the Leia they've redone since then, but I think the Bail Organa is probably, and then those new troopers, I don't think they've done a lot of new things. Those are new printed troopers, so that's probably
Captain Antilles too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pink Wheels, you want to make a deal? That is a deal right there. We'll make that deal. Done.
She's good on that too. That's not a false or hollow trade deal there. She would definitely do that.
So Chris is wrong, of course.
Yeah.
Take it away.
If you're going to spend $200 on a very large Lego set, you deserve to get some super cool minifig for your investment.
No, it's not a Happy Meal. You don't get a toy with the burger. All right, it's a set.
I'm sorry. Is this a toy? Is this a toy company?
Dudes that fit in it.
Is this a toy company we're talking about?
I don't need a toy with my toy. I mean, the R2D2 I love, and then there's a little R2D2 in it. I don't want that.
Okay, Chris wants Star Wars Technic figures to put in his sets.
That would be amazing, actually.
Actually, as much as I love minifigures, that would be kind of cool to have a scaled figure sit in the UCS set correctly. I'm with that. But you know what, though, Chris? I think the other motivation here is that when you buy a UCS set that comes with minifigures, the adult collector, or well, I don't know, maybe or maybe not, some sort of adult might be like, I don't care about the minifigures, but Timmy, who's 5, is like, Dad, can I have that minifigure?
Win-win Dad situation. Is like, no, I'm going to resell it and make my money back. That's what she's going to say.
That's probably true.
No, the dad is like, you can't even touch or breathe on this. I'm going to put it up really high on a shelf.
Or he's going to glue it to a base plate.
Or we're going to wait till you're ready to go to college, and I'm going to turn around and sell it to help fund your college expenditures.
Yeah, just remember, I grew up in the day, and Mark remembers these days when every set had Darth Vader, and then one set had a Stormtrooper in it. It's like, what? Yeah. So you have Lord Stormtrooper and his army of Darth Vaders and everything. And I'm also going to say that I hate the new design of the Darth Vader. I like the old. Like that.
I don't know.
Did you guys
old man
Did you guys see the minifig, the Harry Potter minifig that someone made, and then they put the Darth Vader mask on top? So they basically made a Darth Vader now. It's a double fig.
It actually looked pretty good.
It did.
That's awesome.
Woohoo! 71 subscribers.
Woo!
No longer that other number that we don't talk about.
No more 69.
Matt talks about it, of course, but you know.
Hey, I tuned in for a little bit last night. I was dead dog tired, but yeah, watch your show's great, man. All those Canadians, mostly Canadians.
Mostly
Well,
Canadians.
again, we all are Canadians as far as I know.
But when you advertise it, it's mostly Canadians because you don't want to scare away any non-Canadians.
Because if Zoom or any of you guys jump on and say hi, I'll say, hey, join us in the chat and I'll send you a link. Why not?
Exactly.
I mean, what if Martin from Alabama wants to come on? He's
British, so he's allowed. He's basically
Right.
Canadian, right?
but he's not Canadian.
Well,
Yeah, his
we share the
queen
same
is on your
queen.
money, right?
We share the same queen.
He's the Queen's representative
Yes, he is. From Alabama.
from Alabama, by way of Alabama.
It's pronounced Alabama.
Oh, okay.
You could campaign for Martin to become the new Governor General.
Of Alabama?
Governor General.
No, of Canada. You know, the Queen appoints the Governor General.
Oh, yeah, that's a cushy job.
Yeah.
Is that like
Oh,
a
that's
made up
bullshit.
like lieutenant colonel? You have, right?
It's basically the Queen's voice in Canada. But I don't think it's really, well, I don't know. I don't know enough about politics to make
Sorry
it-
to drag this into Canada's
I think Martin
constitutional
could imitate
arrangements.
it. I think Martin could imitate the Queen.
Hey,
Hello!
Professor, is this going to be on the
Can you do
test?
that?
I need to know.
No, that was at 5 o'clock, that conversation.
Chris, you just said that. That just reminded me of while I was getting my vaccine today. You got to sit in the chairs for 15 minutes and wait. And I got a little sticker on my knee that says what time I'm allowed to leave. And
wow.
there's a lady walking up and down the rows of people, and she keeps on looking over at the people's stickers. And I'm suddenly like, okay, I feel like I'm in school, and the teacher's making sure I'm not cheating. Just by the look, I was like, you know, they're constantly scanning the rows. It was like, okay, fine.
Talk about micromanaging.
Did you feel like Beetlejuice when he took the number at the end of the movie and he's looking over at the other guy and he looks at his number? That guy's got like 3 and he's got the long thing and he
Yeah, no.
swaps it with
No,
him.
ours was pretty well organized. So, although I think for the rest of my life, if I see a yellow square on the ground, I'm going to stop in that square if the one in front of it is occupied. So, yellow brick road, like I'm never going to go near that because it's going to be really crowded because there's lots of little yellow squares.
So was that your first or second?
That was my first.
Okay.
So my
You feeling
second is
okay?
currently scheduled for September 30th, but the sounds of it, we'll be able to push them forward.
I was going to
That's
say,
a
that sounds like a
long
long
time
way
away.
away.
Yeah, it's 16 weeks, but from what they're saying, we'll get moved. They'll get compressed once the first wave is done.
I thought you would want to get that like ASAP, not like
Yeah.
wait around
Oh, and it's
for a
Pfizer.
variant to come along.
I think Pfizer's good.
Can you just drive across the border because Walgreens is opened up for walk-ins on Fridays?
No, because we can't cross a border. Because
Not allowed.
You can't come back.
well, it was originally because of the Americans. I think that we started it because you guys had a lot worse off than we did. But,
Bless you.
of course, I
Oh.
now just realized I'm surrounded by Americans, so I should probably stop talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust
You're
me,
fine.
you're not throwing any stones that we wouldn't throw ourselves.
Well, we're in a state where my dad was like, because he lives in Colorado. He's like, so what were the restrictions like in Georgia? And I was like, none, unless a business required them. The governor didn't care. You could do whatever you wanted to, but Publix made me wear a mask.
We're out of lockdown officially tomorrow, which means that our Home Depots that we haven't been able to go into for since January type thing. I don't know if that's accurate, but since we went into this lockdown, our Home Depots have been closed and it's only been curbside pickup. And now 15%, they can have 15% population or capacity for the next 21 days. And then they go to 25%.
Wait,
So it's like,
Nope.
wow.
how did you get your long 2x4s?
Well, we can still do curbside pickup. I've got an order for Home Depot right now that I'm just waiting to pick up. So,
The real
Order it off
question is, can you
Amazon.
afford 2x4s?
what was that?
I was saying, can you afford 2x4s?
I can't.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
that's
just bought two 2x4s because of my pool. A totally different story. But they were it was $20 for two 2x4s.
Why did your pool deflate?
My pool did not deflate. My pool, when I originally put it in, was a little bit, ever so slightly off, like an inch change in depth. And as soon as my kids went in, and it's a soft-sided pool with metal legs, and as soon as my kids went in and just started playing, like they weren't even touching the side, but the pool just kind of jelloed, and the legs all of a sudden just kind of went boom, and lurched to that one side. So the stupid thing is, when you look through the instructions, there's a picture that shows, at the very beginning of the instructions, there's a picture that shows that your legs should be straight, and there's a surface underneath it. So I just thought, okay, that's the ground, and my legs need to be straight. As you're flipping through to the instructions on how to assemble it, there's no real pictures that say that the legs have to be on something. Later on, like after this happened, I went back to the instructions and looked at that first page again and realized that it's actually sitting on a block. But they didn't really, there's like almost no words in the guide because, it's the IKEA manual of pools. So you just have to assume you have to put it on blocks anyway. So
A block or a concrete pad?
well, I'm gonna do it. No, well, you can do that too, but I'm gonna grab some pavers and just put the leg.
I would have thought a concrete pad so when your kids do the head dive pool doesn't die.
Yeah. For the record, he's got grandkids coming over in the next few weeks.
Well, what I find is funny is you and Gil are putting in pools. We live in the South for the most of us in here. None of us have pools. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's a pool in my neighborhood that I have yet to visit, and your kids are already in the pool.
That's crazy. I would assume that you would just have pools.
I have a pool
in my
pad.
neighborhood, which I
got my pass yet.
very infrequent. But my wife is not much of a public pool kind of person. She's like, we could do like a pool. I'm like, have you seen our backyard? It's a slope into a creek.
Water slide.
The raccoons would appreciate it. The
Well,
raccoons
it'd be a really cool deep
in it.
end and then a very, very shallow, I don't know.
Actually, I do have a small kiddie pool for the raccoons. So
I need to see you and a raccoon, sitting out with your Pabst Blue Ribbon, sitting in the pool with the raccoons. That would be amazing. That would be the best cosplay ever. Just sitting there rednecking in the pool, man.
if my wife had her way, when the 6 or how many raccoon kits show up, and that she would grab one and want to tame it and keep it in the house, then we could totally do that. But I keep telling her, no.
Oh,
We already have 5 cats. We don't need a raccoon in the house.
Right? My dad keeps feeding ours hot dogs.
Oh, we've been feeding our raccoons for going on 3 years. So got some great videos of little baby raccoons. They are the cutest things.
Thank you very much, Dana. You just reminded me of the most Canadian thing in the world. The raccoons.
Raccoons.
And you guys probably never saw this. I'm going to share a screen for a second, Mark, to just show you a picture of the raccoons. I don't know if you guys ever had this in the States, but we had a TV show called The Raccoons. That was this family of 3 raccoons.
It's like the chipmunk knockoff, like chipmunks.
Yes, but it was so much funner.
It looks vaguely familiar.
That's familiar.
Matt, I would expect Matt might have seen it because he was up in Michigan, right?
I have no memory of seeing this, but
Okay.
I now feel the need to go to YouTube and pray that they have full episodes of it.
I don't know if they will, but definitely check out the Raccoons theme song. It was always fun.
I like it. Hey, not to bring this back to a Lego discussion or anything like that, but
what?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I know. What the heck am I doing? So I was very excited when I built the UCS Star Destroyer because one of the minifigures that came with it had the Imperial Officer, and he had the two-tone, the dual molded legs. So he had dark gray and black, so it looked like he was wearing boots.
Cool.
Which I thought was an excellent addition to this figure. And I had never seen that before until I realized, oh no, Miles Morales also comes with those dual molded legs. And I'm like, why have I not thought about this or seen this before? So I went and did a quick Bricklink look for that. And these legs start out at $2.78 on Bricklink.
How about Bricks and Pieces?
Bricks and Pieces, $2.30.
Wow.
So these are non-common legs, and still go for some pretty good money. I mean, even though, and I looked to see, well, how many sets did this come in? they actually came in. What do you got here? When I'm doing this, my internet connection goes wonky. In dark bluish gray, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sets, all from as early as 2015 to 2021. So it's not like it only came in one set, but it only ever in any set it only comes with one pair of legs. So
As one does.
well, typically, yeah, but interesting. And then I also didn't realize, just for this dual molded leg in general, with the black, because of the black boot look to it, they came in white in one set, which was the chef in the Ninjago miniseries, the Ninjago collectible minifigures. We get them in orange, which is in the Fox costume girl from Series 19 collectible minifigures. In olive green in the old fishing shack, because they look like waiters, I would assume. And in dark blue, they showed up in the BAM in 2019. Why? I have no idea. They've never been in a set in dark blue, but they showed up in the BAM in 2019.
So one of the things that really surprises me, especially the Star Wars legs, is that oftentimes if it's a licensed minifig, you can't buy any of the parts on Bricks and Pieces. I'm actually kind of surprised that you could buy the legs on Bricks and Pieces.
Well, because they added them for this figure, but they never appeared in a Star Wars set before until now. Because prior to that, I mean, in 2015, it was in a Jokerland set. And then 2016 was in a Superman set. And then in 2019, they throw it in this one. 2016, it was in a Sky High battle for superheroes. So prior to that, it was always superheroes. So it's one Ninjago set in 2017. And then now in 2021, it's been in Ninjago City Gardens, Miles Morales, and the Daily Bugle. So interesting. I mean, just weird stuff. I thought it was interesting. But Brom said that requires 5 molds. I mean, I know it's 2 legs, so that's at least 2 different things. Maddie's got a question. You got to come on mute, though, or off mute.
Well,
use hand signals.
Yeah, I wish I knew sign language, even though I'm deaf. I don't know any. But speaking of interesting, I just discovered a hack. Okay, look at these cute sheep, right? Oh, so cute. Oh. And they are basically
Are those Duplo sheep?
No, they're Playmobil. Now check this out. Wait. Now watch. Look at the bottom. Look at this piece. Oh, modified. It's
And
now
Abomination.
a Lego.
That's an abomination.
It is.
All of the animals have that little tiny hole in the bottom that fit the thing there, and you can. I'm gonna
Maddie,
do a mashup.
all of your dads,
You
Maddie,
just
all
did.
of your dads here on the chat are very ashamed and upset and disappointed in you.
What?
No.
Come on.
Wait,
Like,
Wait, no, I'm not her dad. I'm younger than you guys.
we've got a Lego hat. Look at this. Now it's a classy sheep. Bye.
I like the hat. That's
Bye.
a nice addition.
Keep with that.
Bye.
Very disappointed in you.
Bah, bah.
We need to
Bye.
rethink having her added to the email list again.
All right,
We're
bye.
going to have to review that list.
Hey guys, when I was a kid, it was Playmobil and Lego. That were my 2 toys. So I'm totally in for the merging of Playmobil and Lego.
I think the thing I like about Playmobil only is that you can get Martin Luther, the Reformer, Playmobil figure. I'm like, that's hilarious and very, very just out of nowhere. So
Is it because they're German? German
Yeah,
company?
it's because they're
so-
German.
yeah, but I
Everyone
thought
needs
that's
a Martin
hilarious.
Luther all the Lutherans need a Martin Luther for their nativity scene or something. Because Martin
That's
Luther was there, I think, right?
That's a stretch.
No.
Martin Luther was German.
That is not how it
He's
goes.
the guy who translated the Bible.
No,
Something
that's
like that,
not
I
it either.
forget.
I thought he was in Harry Potter.
Who, Martin Luther?
He's being a dork.
No, that's Luther Martin. Come on, get it right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make me start talking about Zwingli.
Zwingli, I know that guy.
That sounds like Lingling or Yingling. Back to our beer conversation.
Oh,
All right.
man.
So, do we want to talk about Lego Masters or skip it? I don't know. Do we want
I haven't seen it yet. but
Is
you
that
did-
what our topic is? I don't even know if we had a topic. This
We
just felt
didn't.
like Monday without you. And
Yes, because I actually got to watch this one.
All right. So, who hasn't watched it?
wait. We actually have somebody who's going to be in the show and talking about things who's actually seen it. Or wait, Jeff, you haven't seen it, have you?
I haven't seen it yet. I have to wait till tomorrow.
That's okay, because I've been on another show where there's people who show up and want to talk Lego Masters who haven't been actually watched the show, so you're clear.
And also, possibly was it Jeff? So,
And also, it's possible that you got. So you are playing the role of Jeff this evening.
Oh, well,
Good.
Well, let
okay.
me preface it by
Can we
saying
just say don't tell me who gets voted out because I don't want to know?
Sure, we can do that.
Because I want to find out myself.
We can talk like that.
Well, I tried to so I'm a cable cord cutter, so I don't have cable or satellite, and I was trying to see if there was any way I could watch it, and so I did the thing where I turned on the microphone on my remote and I said Lego Masters Season 2, and lo and behold, the Australian Lego Masters popped up on Tubi that I could watch for free. So we're watching Australian Lego Masters and we're watching US Season 2, and I have to say, the Australian show is so much better that it's embarrassing.
Their host is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
and is the show longer? Is it is it more than an hour?
It's an hour and 25 minutes.
So which means you figure it's at least probably. Well, that's kind of even weird for hour 25. Even if you factored in commercials, that's still a weird time.
Yeah.
I don't think they have as many commercials though.
I got Tubi as an app on my TV, so I check that out.
Yeah, check it out. And I think they also had another country's Lego Masters available on Tubi. So
What is this Tubi you guys are talking about?
it's like it's basically like you watch TV and they insert commercials and you watch something for free.
Have you heard of Pluto TV?
Pluto, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark, what were
it's
you
kind of
saying?
like that.
I was saying that the other night, well, maybe it was last night, I tried to have Paul look for Australian Lego Masters on Tubi, and he found U.S. Lego Masters from a year ago on there and just started watching it. And it was like, well, okay. So he's.
If you guys want the link, I have a link to
For-
all the
for-
episodes.
Look it up.
Let me find
So-
it.
Matt, were you able to see Lego Masters Season 2 US?
No, I couldn't get the US, but I was getting other countries. So
Yeah, okay.
I went out and got a digital antenna, and I was able to watch last night's show live, sitting in my beanbag chair in the other room. But
Which, by the way, when he says beanbag chair, he means like queen size bed beanbag chair.
like
Oh, one of
two-person
those
beanbag.
super ones. Those are huge.
It's
So is that a
yeah,
requirement for watching it though? You can only get it on your antenna
On
if
your
you're sitting
beanbag.
in the beanbag chair?
So the old TV is in the other room, and it already had the correct coaxial for the digital, and the new TV doesn't have a coaxial connection. So we had to use the digital antenna on the old TV with the two-person beanbag, which was fine. We had a good time.
No comment. So I got my bricks and pieces order in.
All right. Well, let's talk about Lego Masters. We won't talk. The challenge this year was the one. I was going to talk about. We won't spoil who wins, but the challenge though was blowing up bricks. Do y'all like blowing up bricks?
Yeah.
Or not like blowing up bricks?
I didn't like last season when they dropped stuff and blew stuff up and hit things with a bat. I was not a fan of that episode.
I think
All
that's.
I know is that when I've dropped things and done things like that, things got broken.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
That's
not a fan.
something they do that for non-Lego fans, that because non-Lego fans always want to see it break or whatever, and that to me is like,
That's why we don't have nice things here in the United States.
I will say that last night's show, they I'm not giving anything away, but this season the builders were more thoughtful about the color that would happen when the explosion happened, and a number of the contestants, I think, were very thoughtful and intelligent in working that explosive dispersion into their display. But yes, as a Lego person, it hurts me a little bit inside every time they blow the thing up.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I think this
I was
season
at
it was
Lego
expensive.
Con. I was at
What was that,
LegoCon
Maddie?
2018. 18, yeah. And and R2D2 exploded on the floor, and it was like, I mean, a full life-size R2D2. I was like, no!
On purpose or by accident?
No, it was an accident. They were like, oh, it's okay, it'll be all right. But no.
Like, without giving anything away, this season they used very light explosives. Like, I kind of was expecting some Roman candles shoved everywhere than just like going bang, but it was more like popcorn. Like,
It was definitely less pyrotechnically than last year. That's for
It
sure.
was well.
Or
Now
they
last
didn't
year
have
there was
enough video.
pyrotechnics. There was pyrotechnics and dropping and everything in the same episode. So this one,
And I
everyone blew up.
I
But
hate
even
the baseball bat.
yeah, but compared to the explosions in the Australian ones, the explosions were a lot smaller too, if I recall. So
the Australian one, like they were like hard hats and glasses, but maybe that was like part of like hyping it up.
It's
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
It's all
Whatever, but still, it seemed like it was bigger.
Because
So,
at one
theater
point,
didn't
after
get somebody's eye.
the first or second one blew up, the camera pans back and you can see all the contestants standing there watching it on a video screen. So wherever it was blowing up, it was clearly behind something else, and they were actually watching it on a screen while wearing goggles.
Wasn't that because they were watching the instant replay of it though?
We
Probably.
It's not like they can
Moto.
put it back together and blow it up again.
We should ask Moto if the explosion actually happened in front of them or in a different room.
I'm guessing it was in a different room, just because they had a lot of camera work filming and stuff like that. They were probably reacting to slow mo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I like the challenge itself because it's like the hero walking away from the explosion kind of thing. That's a neat deal, I guess. But
Mhm.
I mean, how do you judge somebody's building skill when you have to build it to destruct? That seems counterintuitive to me.
Well,
So
they're judging it on how well it blows up, though, right? Like how
that
well
is-
you can make it do what you are setting out to do.
Yeah, that is
So
part of it.
essentially-
Is that you're? I mean, they had. I think it was at least 3 different criteria. One, you needed your minifigure to not get knocked over.
Mhm.
You needed things to blow up, and it had to be impressive looking build to begin with. So you had to have a good design. Things had to explode, and your minifigure had to survive. And not everybody did all 3, and that's where things get where people get judged and stuff like that.
And not to give anything away, but they completely bollocksed up who won this week, and I just vehemently disagree with the judging. But
okay.
See, now Matthew, you need to join us on. You need to watch it live and then join us on Julian's show because
I will next Tuesday.
there you go.
Yeah.
But I think that would be kind of cooler. That I mean, the whole pyrotechnic feel, the explosion, the glitter, the whatever you're gonna do. That I kind of dig and it's cool, but not necessarily having to have things explode. The weakest thing was the water, and the weakest thing that they showed was the water, and I think also the slime. I don't think they thought those through well enough because the glitter and just the normal explosion looked cool, or the glitter and the color looked cool, but the water and the slime was like you could barely even tell they were there.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot to it.
This one's a direct copy of the Australian season 3. Then
Oh, is it?
they did
Yeah,
the exact same thing: water, slime, and
Yeah.
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 Because you said all that, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen that. What are you talking about? No.
I
Well,
have
I mean,
a
that's-
question
and
for
that- and I
Dana
think
and
that-
Chris.
I think we talked about that with Boo, and I kind of asked, or we contemplated this and that, whatever the challenges are for season 2. It's like they take their pick of other challenges from other seasons in other countries and then throw them in here.
Gotcha. All right.
If Chris and Dana had made the show, if you knew you were cast, would you practice destroying something before going on the show?
It's going to happen.
Probably not, because it's not. I mean, again, and I talked about this before. It's like I'm curious to see how they did the pyrotechnics or the explosions or what they used or this or that. Because, I mean, again, that's just not something that AFOLs normally think about or do. that's something you gotta do on the fly, and have some sort of mental physics going on of how this is going to project or whatever. I mean, that's not something we think about.
I did appreciate the orange alien monster. I'm not going to say who made it, but they made it segmented. They made this orange monster, alien space monster, segmented arms or tentacles, and they encapsulated the charges in the tentacles by just basically making little pots and then things that fit into them. So the charge went in the middle.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I want to point out that in the
was a pretty
chat,
good solution to that.
in the chat, Brahm was already techniquing this for us.
Well, that's the thing. I want to know. I mean, I wonder if they were briefed at like, okay, so this is how much force you put a stack of bricks in front of this, whatever's exploding. This is how much force it's going to give. Because that's just, there's a whole lot of variables there. I don't want me going home over. Although I think considering the build last week and this week, the right folks went home. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to spoil who it was.
Yeah.
But still, that had you been a good builder and you're just this non-Lego process didn't work for you and you got sent home,
Right.
and you were a good builder or whatever, that would have been terrible. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But this is exactly where I wish I would have taken physics in high school, because I feel like this would have been very helpful. But not only that, but I'm excited to see then, if they've already done the explosion challenge in episode 2, what's going to happen for the rest of the season, right? Because I feel like they did the explosives a little later.
The preview for next episode is the earthquake challenge. So
Yeah.
Right, but they did. I don't remember them doing that in season 1. Maybe
They didn't.
They did that in Australia as well.
Yeah,
last
so the
season.
Australian one, they also had the underwater challenge where they had to build a build that would be submersed in water.
Yeah.
And my brother and I had a huge conversation about this, and we saw clips of the one from Australia. It's like most Lego just floats. It's not heavy, and they weren't allowed to use like pennies or any kind of weights to weight things down. And what a challenge that would be for most of us builders, because we've never really experienced that. So I guess
I think you would leave some holes in the model, like hollow it out as much as possible and leave some holes in it so water can get into those cavities as much as possible.
But the problem inherently with a Lego is that it's a shell going down.
Yeah.
If you take a 2x4 brick and just put it in water,
it's going to float.
To a degree, it's going to float unless it completely flips over with an angle where water fills into it. And even then, you still get bubbles, and it'll still float. So they're very buoyant by nature.
Build your entire model upside down.
That's what I was going to say. Is my brother and I had this conversation about if we were on this show and we had the water challenge per se. Now we're a little off topic of the explosives, but
No, it's fun.
we would build the model upside down. Right?
Well, I would even think sideways, because you want it to rush in to the sides and then drag it to the bottom.
Well, the other thing is that it's summer, so we all can experiment and come back and figure it out.
I've got a kiddie pool out back for the raccoon.
The other
We
question
got
is
you an experiment.
how heavy is the base that they built on, right? If the base is heavy enough and you don't have that much air inside, it's not going to, tumble.
Good, Chris.
or
Do it.
apart.
Good, Chris. Do it, Chris.
Let's see. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Now drink it. Drink it.
See, even on its side, it's floating.
Um,
And actually, yes, Axle Plate,
Tater cake.
Lego submarines don't submerge.
which is why Playmobil. Hold on, let me just grab this one.
Hey,
more.
I had a Weebles Wobble that they don't fall down
Oh.
submarine that you could pull the thing and it would go down.
Well, yeah, but
Playmobil
those
is
Weebles had
included.
some weights in them.
Look at that. This is a Playmobil weight that you hook on.
Well,
to
Lego
your
has
submarine
those
to make it
too.
sink.
Yeah, Lego has those too for the bottoms of boats.
What? You're
Yeah,
kidding.
Yeah.
It keeps them buoyant or from
Level.
falling over.
Yeah.
Wherever that
Dave,
comes from.
Dave Cotis did a video the other day with one of
Capsizing
those.
is the word you're looking for.
Cat fries. Thank you.
Oh well, I guess I'm behind. I guess I need to do some more
Oh,
research.
Maddie, we know you're so far behind. You might as well start over, but we still.
Mom's behind.
Maddie, those weights were from like the late 70s, early 80s, though. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't gotten that
they're
Lego yet.
not, they're not in my thing. I haven't
No, they're
gotten
not.
any in any lots, so we're good.
Lego hasn't done actual floatable ships in quite some time.
Well,
are
I
you
think
talking
the
about?
last, I have a floatable
What's
ship.
quite some time to you? Because I know at least a couple fairly recent boats that
Well, I mean,
would-
they'll say they're floatable, but not when it comes to like, if you go to Brick Fair and you do the boat event, those types of boats have not been done for quite some time.
well, you know, the catamaran that they put out in, I think, 2010.
Well,
Or
that,
you can
that
put
again
actual
is
motors
that again
on
is
it?
11 years ago, and I would call that not quite some time.
Oh, okay. Now we know what the definition is. 11
I would
years
say quite some
long.
time is over 5 years.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
then you're correct. I will give that
No.
to you.
Axel Plate asks, "Is the Kobe Titanic float?" No, it's historically accurate and does not float. Thank you very much.
It's historically accurate. But it does, however, it doesn't split in the right place. So again,
It
still
could.
physics.
It splits all over the place because it's Kobe.
All right, so
Aw.
Lego Masters. Here's the other thing I've noticed, and I looked up. I was interested. The ratings are like not as good as before. Like by half almost. Well, I mean, it's a significant. Seems to be a significant. Oh, do you think it's timing? It's coming during the summer and nobody's watching TV right now. I would say yes.
I'm going to say yes to that as well, especially after COVID. People are out of the house. Who cares?
Yeah, because we watched it right at the beginning of COVID. Is that right? Is that no? It was over. It was happening when COVID
Right
was
before
happening.
COVID. It ended right before COVID. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It did, but it was in the winter, so we were in and everything.
Yeah.
Maddie, you had a comment on that, I think.
Oh, I was gonna say, I noticed a lot of the Lego people on TikTok have noticed that their views are down, and they kind of like sort of slashed funding to people who are over 10,000, and I think it's because a combination of summer starting, people have gotten vaccinated, people are going outside, and they're not spending a whole lot of time on TikTok or on those things, those hobbies that they used to be spending a lot of time on, because now they're super excited to be in person. So I would totally agree.
Absolutely. The other thing I think about with ratings, and this is going to get weirder and weirder for things, because how many people are really watching live TV? I mean,
Right.
17, according to that right there. So
right. Well, but I mean, a lot of people will wait and binge it all at once,
truth.
because I mean, when we were kids, if you missed a show, you were lucky if you saw it on reruns. If depending on when they aired it and if they aired the whole season again. Where now it's like, I don't want to deal with commercials. I'll just wait until it's available, and I'll watch it on demand, or I don't have to be home at 8:00 on a Tuesday.
Right.
So
That's true too. We try to, my wife and I, if we are interested in a program, a television show, we'll try to, be there for the time it airs. But we always know that we can do backup for almost anything.
right.
And we'll watch it on our phone and push it off to our TV, Chromecast it. So it's not a oh my God, we missed it thing. It's a
Exactly.
schedule this in.
I mean, last season, I never watched it live. I always watched it either, because as soon as it was available, as soon as it's aired, an hour later, someone's uploaded it to download, and I can watch it without commercials. So I'd watch it later in the evening. The only reason I watch it live this year is because I'm going to hope to jump on Julian's show if I've got time for it to talk about it. But otherwise, I would normally never watch anything live.
I think we watched it live season 1 partly because I didn't want to have any spoilers, so I knew if I watched it as it was unfolding.
Yeah. Oh,
Betamax.
Axel, Betamax. Yeah.
Betamax. Well, I will say that watching it, and I wanted to be for Julian's show. We have Dish Network, so there was a cloud around, and I was popping in and out. I was losing picture and signal and everything during the judge, and I'm like, It was driving me crazy, but I think I got to see him. I don't know. The one thing is they didn't play up any Americanized drama. It seems like there's no like quote unquote people being the bad guy and quote unquote people being whatever. And I wonder if that's turning in. There was no hype going in of do you even know Lego, that whole thing? I mean, that drives Americans to view the controversy, and they didn't do that. They're not particularly following the builds any closer. They're just kind of talking to people. But anyway, I don't know if that factors in.
So on the Australian, we watched the Australian season 1, episode 1, and there's 2 young guys like college age, high school age, and the one kid, he's a little pudgy, and I can say that because that's me too. He literally runs to the part room every time. And so like in the first episode, I mean, if he was wearing one of those like step devices, he must have racked up like 12,000 steps. Like every time they needed a new part, he would run to the parts room and run back.
You're talking about Jordy, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the guy in season 2, they had a brick. If they won the challenge, get out of the way. if they won the challenge, then they got to have the running brick, right? Ooh. And so that guy came back for season 2 to do the running for one team.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So what's funny is people are saying that, or we kind of made the joke on Julian's stream that Moto was going to be that dude. Like, yeah.
And that guy has actually come back in season 3 as well. He appears every once in a while as the janitor cleaning up people's bricks.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
He's becoming a token Lego master.
He's funny. I like him.
Yeah. I'm totally gonna start watching the Australian show. I mean, as much as I like the production value and it's cool watching people we know on there, and I felt like season 1 was a train wreck in the beginning that we just watched to watch. And then by the end, the only reason we were really watching it was because we kind of had grown fond of the people. Because, I mean, part of the Lego hobby is the people that you deal with, and that's what makes it more special. But as far as the production value and as far as what they're doing and trying to do for reality TV, I'm over it. I mean, that's the reason why I don't watch reality TV.
Yeah, I want to see the builds. I want to see what. Yeah. It can't be, and I've said this before, it can't be that hard to do a nice detailed film of each build and show it, some of its techniques and stuff, and throw that on YouTube or throw that as like TV extras on their website or something. That doesn't seem too hard, but we don't get that. So.
And I think that let's just say they had done this as an independent web series or on PBS or something like that, where it wasn't Fox having to Fox it and make it a spectacle instead of just making it what the other countries have been doing. It obviously is a popular show in other countries without them Foxing it, but yet Fox feels that they need to we know better because we're Hollywood and we're going to make this.
From the network that brought you When Animals Attack, Lego Masters.
Or
hey, that would be a great show. When Animals Attack Lego Masters. That's a whole new show right there.
Well, and they're also the same studio that brought you Cops, and
but not Cop Rock. That would be
not Cop Rock, right? Yeah. So I don't know.
I would say that the drama may be diluted because they have 2 extra teams this year.
I don't think that's the case as far as drama goes. I mean, I think that's the whole thing, and it just. And here's my soapbox that we're ticking off check boxes of who's going to get selected for the show. It's not about submit us all your builds and do a build challenge, and we'll select the builds that we think are cool to bring people on. No, you got to reach a check box for a specific criteria to bring you in the show, and then we're going to try and hope that some drama happens to make it interesting to the sappy American reality TV.
I understand all of that. I think that the amount of time that they have to actually fulfill the show can't include the juicy bits yet because there's just too many of them.
Yeah.
I think they put too much in their mouth, and now they're going. Oh,
Too
Well-
many people and not enough time.
yeah.
But I will say that all the people on the show, the teams, everybody's just kind of nice and pally and all that kind of stuff, and there is no like really intense drama of you're stupid and you're stupid too and all that kind of stuff. And that's okay. I mean, you don't need it, but there isn't any there. So, if you don't have that, then focus on the amazing builds and techniques and stuff that's going on.
Now you know what,
Yeah,
Chris.
I-
The irony is they're trying to check all these check boxes of siblings, family members, whatever it's going to be. But if you brought in teams of old white guys, then they'd be throwing down and talking trash.
Your mama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I told Mel,
how
I
to
said, Mel,
build it like that.
I told Mel, I
put
said,
a
if I make it on the
2x4 in
show,
there.
I told Mel, I said, if I make it on the show, I'm going to up the NASCAR accent and just throw a bunch of stupid country phrases out all the time. And she went, "Oh my Lord, you will not." I said, "Oh yeah."
I mean, I was joking around.
That build's as dumb as a bag of hammers. I just throw that out there.
If I was on the show, would I have to gay it up? Would I have to wear a tutu or something I mean,
With
Well,
your hockey jersey on.
Entirely possible.
You have to have the flipped wrist. That's all.
Yeah.
I was,
But,
was
no,
thinking-
but honestly, when Dana and I were interviewing and they were talking about, I mean, he was talking to me because Martin asked me to be his partner as a backup, and he called me and I said, "Sure, I'll try." And then they kept talking to me and they told me to find a partner. I said, "Well, I got one, I got two, and then that kind of thing." And basically he's like, "So are they friends?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "So you're just two white guys?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I guess we could try to go with that." But you know what I'm saying? ... So they had already had that box checked, and kind
yeah,
of thing.
thanks, Moto.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
right.
no. Moto, they covered the Asian checkbox, and I hate to say,
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
oh,
I'm
Snapple.
sorry, I'm not trying to whatever the anti-Asian thing, because I love the Asians. I do.
Snapple.
I do. I'm talking about that Lego Masters has their agenda.
No,
Their
no,
check-
for sure they have an agenda, because when my brother and I interviewed, they basically said at the end of the interview, which was like however long, they said, "Oh, like you're a great sibling pair, you're new to the hobby, you didn't show off your trophies," which they alluded to the fact that there was other teams who were like, "I won this at a convention, and I won this, and I did this and this," and then they also said, "You're multiracial." Something along those lines, and we were like. And after we hung up and we talked about it, we were like, "Oh, that's interesting. Like, never really thought that we'd be fitting the mold of a reality TV show rather than being put on for our talent."
and again, it's that those check boxes, because while Meredith isn't on her and Brian auditioned and interviewed, and they really wanted to go with that. They wanted to steer her into the wearing the pants in the family, bossy mom kind of thing, and she's like,
Nope.
"No,
Yeah,
I
she-
don't
Yeah,
want
no.
America to see me in that way, in any way, shape, or form," and justifiably so. I mean, why would you want to fall into that trap? I mean, unless you're an egomaniac and you're like, "Oh yeah, I can do that."
Well, part of me didn't want America to see me going, "Oh my God, I gotta throw up," because I'm running back to the brick.
But that's the scary thing, is that
Where's my tater cakes?
what happened to those contestants after season 1? I mean, like any reality TV show. I mean, thinking about the time that I was really into Survivor and thought that I would be doing Survivor, right? Like
Really? Awesome.
they put you in this mold, and then when you get out and you're in the news and your local news and stuff, it's like then you're like, wait a second, they just twisted everything, and that's not actually
Right. Yeah. No, you're
that's
absolutely
scary.
right.
That's scary.
I have interacted with a couple of people like you guys have, who've actually been on a show, been on one of the Lego Master show, and they basically tell you that reality show is not real, and I know that, but I had fun, and that's my thing. That's cool. What I'm really wanting to see is come Brick Fair. I'm winging this over to Brick Fair again. Brick Fair, we're going to have at least 4 different contestants. If Steve and Mark come, but I don't see them register, but they could be like hidden.
They said they're going. They've said they're going.
Yeah, I know they said they're going. We have Mel Brown, and then Crystal Starr has signed up just recently. So we've got at least 4 Lego Masters coming, and it'll be interesting to kind of interact with them and see what they think. And of course, people are going to get their ears off about being on Lego Masters, and by the time they're done with that, they'll be like, "I'm never going to a convention again because that's all the people talk about."
Well, no, I mean they did that. I mean they did that when they were in Seattle last year because it was like the last show, I think, before, and they didn't know what to expect because, I mean, it was like comic book convention lines to see the contestants from Lego Masters. So
They've missed the one, and I hate saying it, but they've missed the biggest Lego genre of chubby people. Because I'm sorry, but most of us Lego builders are robust.
You pointed that out. I think someone pointed that out in Julian's stream. And I wonder if it was just mainly because of health. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's because Lego doesn't want to admit that we're all schlubs. That's what
they don't want to have someone having a heart attack going to the
Run up to the Lego room, yeah.
When does television ever promote chubby people? Let's be honest.
I mean, unless it's like The Biggest Loser, yeah. I mean, they're gonna go for less poundage,
and they're promoting them so they can get thinner in Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue. Hey, I poured one out for you, Mr. Blue. How are you? Good to see you. By the way, this is Jolly Rancher sugar-free Kool-Aid. I got it at the Walmart, and it's actually pretty good too.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Good stuff. I believe you.
All right, guys, we're looking at an hour and 38. I think we have hit our conversation hiatus here. But anyway, I will say though, I enjoyed the Lego Master Show. I really did. I enjoyed the builds, and I mean, even the blowing the things up and everything. I'm really excited that the folks I know are on there and doing well. And the builds, I will admit, even just across the board, I think top to bottom, the builds are better. Top to like the people who win versus those who are less than obvious in the bottom. The builds are pretty. I mean, they're all strong and everything, and that's exciting. In the fact that I don't know who will be going home. I mean, I can't go, okay, they're going home next week. They're going home the next week because, there's really good builders in there. And I'm excited about that. Yeah. And it also proves how large the community is because a lot of those folks I don't know, but they actually are very good and established builders in certain circles and things. That's cool too.
Yeah.
So, are you showing your daily bulge? That's really not right. But anyway. But anyway, so thank y'all for joining us. Everyone is awesome except chubby people. That's right. I want a chubby guy. That sounded bad. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. See you later. Good night, bye. Be nice to somebody. I don't care.